All right, and then the final thing we have to do for today is our power rankings, folks. What has changed this week? Who's looking good? Who should we be fading? And what is our new ranked top 10 as we see it? Alrighty, we just wrapped up week 4, folks, last night with Monday Night Football. So now we have to reorder all these teams. So heading into this week, we had the Packers, Chargers, and Broncos all fighting for that last spot there at number 10. We'll see what they all did. 9 was the Bills, Ravens at 8, Raiders at 7, Browns at 6, Chiefs at 5, Bucks at 4, Cowboys at 3, Cardinals at 2, and the Rams, the number 1 team in the league. But they just lost. So I think we got to crown a new number 1 team. So let's see how we order these. So here we go. Let's start here at number 10. New number 10 team right here. And we're going to leave it. So we got to erase the Broncos and the Chargers, and we're just going to leave the Packers as the number 10 team. They got the win. Fantastic. They beat the Steelers. Nothing great. Aaron Rodgers showing what Aaron Rodgers does. Not really closing out the game early. Stuttered a little bit, but then they got it going, and they never looked back. But it was against the Steelers. I'm not ready to say that this Steelers team is one of the best teams in the league, and this is a good quality win. Obviously, any win is a great win. We're not saying that, but, you know, the level of opponent, the Cardinals just beat the Rams. I mean, the Rams aren't not even close to the Steelers. So we're going to give credit to the Packers. We put them, the Broncos, and the Chargers, keeping them at number 10 and wanting to see what they did. The Packers accepted our challenge. They got the win, so we'll respect it. But we're only going to leave them at number 10. It's Aaron Rodgers looking iffy throughout the entire game. Haven't seen an entire full game clean by Aaron Rodgers yet. And we know how Aaron Rodgers can get with this team and all that. Gets a little careless, but then he says he's not careless in the media. I don't buy it. So it's still a good win. Not the most impressive win, but it's a win. We'll keep him at number 10. Alrighty, new number 9 team here. No longer the Bills. Are they moving up or are they off the list? We're going to have to keep watching to find out, folks. But our new number 9 team is going to be the Chargers. They were number 10 last week. They got the win. We can move them up a little bit. And I have them over the Packers because I just trust Justin Herbert a little bit more. He's, getting it done exactly every single time he needs to. He's not turning over the ball. And I think I like his attitude a little bit more. I like his attitude. I like his leadership a little bit more than I like Aaron Rodgers. I think the Chargers have a little bit of a better defense than the Packers as well. This Chargers defense shut down the high-flying, big explosive play offense of the Raiders and didn't allow them to really move the ball the entire first half. So I'm loving this Chargers offense. The Chargers defense is fantastic. The coach, I'm ready to be Brandon Stanley kind of believer, folks. I'm big buying into this Chargers head coach, first-time head coach in this league, and is truly getting it done, turning around this culture for the Chargers. They're not losing the close games. They're winning the close games and winning games just in general. You love to see it. So Justin Herbert, a solid performance last night, and we're going to give him the number 9 seeding because of that. All right, new number 8 team is going to be, actually, we're going to keep him there. Are we keeping him there? We are keeping them there. Number 8 is still going to be the Ravens, folks. This is obviously the Lamar Jackson show, the Lamar Jackson team. This Lamar Jackson rushing and passing, which is good because Lamar Jackson is fantastic, but how is it going to play out for the rest of the season? Is he going to get figured out? And when they have to rely on everybody else, are they going to be able to step up? So far early on in the season, they're making it work. They're winning the games. They just went on the road last week against the Broncos and absolutely kind of shut them out. Basically, the Broncos only put up 7 points. But Lamar Jackson with this Ravens team, they're doing what they're supposed to do. We're not going to knock them for doing what they're supposed to be doing out here. The win against the Chiefs a couple of weeks ago was fantastic, was big. And then this win and this kind of solid play against a good Broncos defense, another solid win here for this Ravens team this week. What is giving me some cause for concerns of moving them up a little bit, John Harbaugh trying to get a little bit too cute in the coaching aspect. We just kind of talked about it yesterday on the show. He's wanting credit for everything and wanting it to be known, hey, I'm making all these decisions of, hey, Lamar Jackson, you want to go for it on 4th down, and hey, I'm going to keep the rushing record alive by running the ball on the very last play of the game when it was meaningless. Hey, I'm doing all this. I'm an actual good head coach. I'm a player's head coach. Hey, don't y'all want to come to Baltimore? I'm fun over here. So I'm a little concerned where that could be heading. And just too much reliability on Lamar Jackson. I know he can do it. We've been seeing him do it, but at some point, you're going to need your other playmakers to get it done. And so far, yeah, Marquise Brown had a good game. He didn't really drop any balls, which is fantastic, but is that going to be consistent? We're going to leave him at number 8 to truly make sure come next week. So the Ravens stay at number 8. All right, I should mention that the Broncos are 100% off this list. No Teddy Bridgewater. I'm not believing in Drew Lock. And even Teddy Bridgewater really couldn't move the ball that well at home. So little lackluster performance by the Broncos. And, their first real opponent, they didn't play the best. So the Broncos are 100% off this list. Now, the new number 7 team, the Raiders, are also 100% off this list. We already know that this Raiders team was winning close games in overtime, and we know their history of losing and floundering in the back end of the season, and we just kind of saw maybe a little bit of a preview of what's to come for this Raiders team overall. Lackluster offense, not moving the ball from the get-go, so we're going to move the Raiders off the top 10. We'll see if they can get back in as the season progresses. But the new 7 team here is going to be the Browns. We're moving them back one spot here to number 7. The Browns, what the hell is going on with Baker Mayfield? This man has not looked good these last 2 games. And we love Kevin Stefanski. That's not the problem. So we're going to watch the Browns tomorrow a little bit deeper into our film study to see what's going on with Baker Mayfield. But this Browns team, besides Baker Mayfield, is still fantastic, folks. You get the defense holding the Vikings to 7 points the entire game at home. How fantastic is that? And they scored on their first possession. They shut them out for the rest of the game. Fantastic. We know they're running back by committee. Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb may be the best running back committee in the league, and they are 2 of the top 5 best running backs in this league. Definite top 10. I think you can make the argument for top 5 for both of them. So regardless of how Baker Mayfield is playing, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, we want him to play very, very well, and we've seen him be able to do that in Kevin Stefanski's system. But these last 2 weeks, like completing garbage completion percentage, not moving the ball, not really putting up that many points, heavily relying on the defense, heavily relying on the passing game. So we're moving the Browns one spot because Baker Mayfield, I don't know what the hell's going on, but he's leaving a bad taste in our mouth. Hopefully he can get back on track next week, and we can bump this Browns team up a little bit more. So Browns at number 7. All right, new number 6 team, and we're going to kind of jump this team up a little bit, and I'm skeptical in doing this, and I was very hesitant on doing this, folks. I didn't want to move this team up this much, but given how every other team has played, I don't have a choice just quite yet, or just right now, unfortunately. So the Bills are going to be the number 6 team. This Bills team is good. I'm not saying they're not good. Their defense is fantastic. Josh Allen, not a lot of urgency and leaving the door open every single game. Now they have the Chiefs this week. This is going to be their true test, and I really wanted to wait till this week, this matchup here, Bills-Chiefs, to really see what this Bills team is made of before we move them up, to number 6. But all these other teams, nothing else has been as good as this Bills team. They haven't been facing the best opponents. They've been at home for most of the season, and the defense is getting it done. The defense is not allowing any points, but Josh Allen not getting it done in the red zone, having to settle for field goals, not really closing out the door until the second half. And if the Dolphins had a competent quarterback, the Texans had a competent quarterback, I don't know if the Bills win either or any or both of those games over the last couple of weeks here. So I'm a little hesitant to move this Bills team up. The defense is not the problem. It's the offense and Josh Allen struggling to put away the games, struggling to score in the red zone and score touchdowns instead of settling for field goals. So, if the Bills lose and have a big stinker against the Chiefs, I'm going to be pissed because we had the Bills at number 6, but I'm just not seeing enough from all these other teams where we can kind of delay this Bills in the, at number 6 or even higher than what we had them. Had them at number 9 coming into this week. Don't bite us in the butt, Bills. This is your chance. This is your shot. Prove that you deserve to be the number 6 team this week, and hopefully we can don't feel like clowns next Tuesday. So Bills at 6. Alrighty, new number 5 team is going to be the Bucs. We're going to move them back a spot. They did get the win, but it was a close game, and, Tom Brady, he looked good, but the overall offense struggled the entire game. Bill Belichick putting up a good defense, and it's just something about this Bucs defense that, played all right. They got it done. They ended up winning, so, we don't want to penalize this Bucs team, but it's against the Patriots. It's not a great team on paper when we're comparing about, all these other teams, who they're beating and who they're kind of being being very good and putting up the points against and being competitive with. So I understand all the circumstances surrounding this game, but we had other great performances by other teams, and that's kind of what this week is in the NFL. Where we don't want to kind of view moving these teams back one spot, and just keeping these teams parallel with their same spots that they had last week, but it's just other teams showing out a lot more and kind of passing these teams. So the Bucs, the offense struggled to score. Tom Brady was still looking good, but the offense was still struggling to score, and Tom Brady did miss a lot of throws as well. So this Bucs team overall is still good. We all know it. Probably just the circumstances of why the game was close and how it went, and hopefully this Bucs team can get back on track next week and really show that they are one of the best teams in the league, and we can move them up a little bit more. But these other kind of 4 teams that we have looking a lot better than them. So Bucs at 5, we move them back a spot. Alrighty, the new number 4 team, and we move them up a spot, is the Chiefs. And why we have to move them and kind of flip them with the Bucs is because the Chiefs just went down and scored a touchdown in every single possession. They had 1 interception. Every other single possession was a touchdown. That is almost flawless football as you can get, folks. Fantastic. The offense, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes just getting it done. Bounce back game over the last 2 lackluster weeks. And this is what we're talking about. When the Chiefs are at their max potential, they'll put up a touchdown on every single drive. They do not care. They will put up 49 points. They put up 42 points. They had 7 drives overall, so it could have been 49 points if they didn't throw the pick. But it's just, that's what the Chiefs do, folks. That's what the offense is. It's Patrick Mahomes. He's so gosh dang good. It's Andy Reid. It's Tyreek Hill. It's Travis Kelce. They've got it all, and they just showed it last week against the Eagles in Philadelphia on the road. The defense, it did give up 30 points, but we do respect this Eagles team a lot more than I think the national media gives them credit for. So we're going to move this Chiefs up to number 4. Alrighty, new number 3 team out here is going to be the Rams. Yes, they fall from 1, 2, 3 here. They lose against the Cardinals, so we definitely got to drop them back. They lose at home, so we got to drop them back to number 3. But this Rams team just seemed their offense hiccuped a little bit last week. He throws the interception. They get out to a slow start. And the Rams, they play turnover-free football for the first time this season, and it's gosh dang good when they do that. So not a huge knock on this Rams team. It's still Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford. Just the connection between him and Cooper Kupp wasn't 100% on par. Matthew Stafford not being 100% clutch in the red zone this game, unfortunate. So a little bit of a step back here, and we're hoping, we just saw the Rams get a little conservative in their play calling. Hopefully they can open it right back up and kind of, not take this loss and dwell on it and implode because of it. So this Rams team is still good, folks. Just have to move them back because we saw a great performance by the Cardinals in our number 2 team. So let's reveal our new number 2 team. Is going to be the Dallas Mother-Loving Cowboys, baby. Woo! Proving everybody wrong this week. This Panthers defense is the real deal, and the Cowboys were still able to put up points and move the ball and throw the ball, run the ball, do whatever they wanted to against this good, very, very good, solid Panthers defense. So Cowboys offense is the real deal, and their defense, folks, is the real deal. Maybe the best defense in the league in terms of takeaways. They're ball hawks. Trayvon Diggs, best corner in the league, shutting everybody down. And, when the game was close, one quarterback floundered and one quarterback didn't. Dak Prescott didn't flounder. He threw 4 touchdowns, no picks. Sam Darnold against a good defense. It was close, folks. His interceptions came in the second half when the game was basically tied. It was 14-13 because the Cowboys missed an extra point. But, when the game was close in the second half, Cowboys stayed cool as a cucumber. Offense moved the ball. Defense got the takeaways. And this Cowboys team is one of the most complete teams, and they have so many injuries, folks, on the offensive line and on the defensive line. They still don't even have DeMarcus Lawrence out there, and they're still making it work. They're still getting the turnovers. They're still putting the pressure on the quarterback. So respect this Cowboys team, folks. I don't know how many times we have to say it. We've been on a respect the Cowboys. If you follow our Twitter, geez Louise, we're tweeting out respect the Cowboys every single day, and we did it on Sunday, we did it today, we did it yesterday, and we're doing it today as well. Again, Cowboys respect this team, complete team overall, run, pass, defense, offensive line, defensive pass rush, corners, linebackers, safeties, running backs, running back by committee, wide receivers, tight ends, Dalton Schultz. Geez Louise, folks, I can go on. Cowboys are the real deal, number 2 team in the league. And then our number 1 team is obviously the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, it was Rams 1, Cardinals 2 coming into this week, and the number 1 and number 2 teams faced, and the number 2 team went on the road and won the game. Cardinals played turnover-free football. It was fantastic, and we know what this Cardinals team can do. They know how to win. They know how to win close, and now they know how to win from start to finish, getting it done on the road against a division opponent, the best team in the league, the Rams. How great was that game? Kyler Murray looked flawless. The defense got stops. They got turnovers. They got it done in the red zone. They put together a full complement game together that we have not seen by the Cardinals. We knew they could do this. This is why we've been keeping them at kind of number 2 this entire season, even though they've been getting down against not great teams and Kyler Murray's throwing interceptions. But in the second half, when they're down double digits, they come back. They're still throwing interceptions, but they still throw it, get it out of their memory. They're still moving the ball down the field. They're putting up the points. The entire defense is playing good, like we said. Budda Baker, J.J. Watt's getting into the action. We all know Chandler Jones as well. But Kyler Murray in this offense, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, probably the best dual threat quarterback in the league. Kyler Murray, explosive, elusive, accurate, arm strength. I mean, he just knows it all, folks. And Cliff Kingsbury, give that man some credit as well for calling some gosh dang good drives and plays and putting up the points. So Cardinals are the new number 1 team in the league for taking down the previous number 1 team in the league. So well done for the Cardinals. So our top 10 going into week 5 is Packers at 10, Chargers at 9, Ravens at 8, Browns at 7, Bills at 6, Bucks at 5, Chiefs at 4, Rams at 3, Cowboys at 2, and the Cardinals, the new number 1 team in the league.